entrevistar al famoso Andrés Salinas, el viejo, le dijimos, los que tenemos cariño con él. Entonces, bienvenidos a Peruvian Horse TV. Ya, cuéntenos un poco de su historia, ¿no? ¿De cuántos años?
Which one?
Which one? ¿Cuántos años trabajando con el caballo desde niño, ¿no? Muy pequeño.
All my life.
Toda su vida, ¿no? Y bueno, yo te conozco de California con su crianza de Salinas Training Center, ¿no?
Mm-hmm.
Y hemos hecho bastantes viajes largos al nacional manejando de California a Fort
Texas,
Worth, ¿no?
yeah.
Y siempre me contaba historias interesantes cuando trabajabas de bien joven, ¿no? Con Fernando Graña.
Graña en Belisario.
Belisario de las Casas.
Uh-huh.
Con sus caballos famosos ahí.
Yep.
Cuéntanos un poco con los caballos importantes.
Bueno, caballos importantes en Perú. Bueno, from beginning, for me to start with the Peruvian Paso horse was 1970 when whose time in national show was in Mamacona.
En 1970 fue su primer concurso en el
70,
Nacional en
yeah,
Mamacona.
1970. So I went to there, the help the Belisario, clean, grooming, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I came out from the barn outside, and I saw Fernando Graña riding Castizo, big heart, the skull was flying, the horse was moving like it, oh my gosh, spectacular. So I dumped the wheelbarrow somewhere else. I said, I want to do one day.
You want to do that?
And so that was my dream.
Okay. Su sueño fue trabajar.
My dream was one day I want to walk in from this arena with the neck ribbon.
Uh-huh.
And I did try really hard, learn from everybody. And that time they put me in nickname Percy Rojas. Percy Rojas.
Percy Rojas.
Percy Rojas was one of the famous soccer players.
Okay.
They said I look like him. So for all breeders,
Mm-hmm.
I was an Andres. I was a Percy Rojas.
Percy Rojas. I'd never heard that history before.
So anyway, everybody used to call me, and Fernando Graña, Antonio Graña, Elias. The thing is, everybody tried to teach me how to ride a horse.
Mm-hmm.
I like Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I used to be outside there in the grass riding my horse, and I know what day they were coming.
Mm-hmm.
So they stop the car, they walk over to me, you do this wrong, you have to do this way.
So you planned your rides when you knew they would be coming
yes,
in, and they would stop you and teach you.
Yes.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah. So, but I was like in love with the Paso.
Mm-hmm.
And my best hope was one day I want to win champion.
In Mamacona.
Mamacona. And then I left Mamacona to U.S.
How old were you when you came to the United States?
Oh, I don't know, 20-something years. Yes, 20-something years. But I enjoyed it. Had a lot of friends and had a lot of bad and good horses.
When you came to the United States, you started working for Vivian Lundquist or somebody else?
No, I started working for Dr. Giovannini.
Oh, yes, Allison.
Remember Wando,
Yes,
Ishmael,
yes.
all those horses?
In Northern California, yeah.
Northern California.
They were some of the first breeders that I knew when I was really young and starting
Exactly.
riding. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a really big breeding program near
Yeah.
San Francisco.
But everything else, I was so lucky to get involved with all breeders.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Mamacona, I used to come all the big breeders like Jorge Juan Penillos, Aníbal Vázquez Viejo, Everybody, they used to come on Saturday night and Belisario Quadra. And Belisario used to cook steak and meat, and everybody come.
You always eat good at the De Las Casas house.
Yeah, but anyway, I stay all night long, wake, because I couldn't go to bed because they called me, Percy, we need this. Percy,
Bring this horse, bring that horse.
Yes. But the conversation between them was so exciting. They talk about a lot of good horses. If you male can go well with my stallion or with his stallion, and they talk about a quality of the horse gait and peace. So it looked like it in 1 minute. It looked like they were going to start punching one each other, but it was fun, and I enjoyed it. So
you learned a lot by observing.
Yes, observing, and of course I always ask her, how do I do this? And they all want to teach me, and that was so good. And of course, you never stop learning. You're always learning something. Yeah. So I was very grateful.
And in the U.S., we worked for the Giovaninis first, and then eventually you went to work for Vivian Lundquist.
Yes.
Famous Antares.
Yes.
Yeah, and you had Antares after Vivian passed.
Yes.
She gave him to you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and he was the base of your breeding program. With
right.
Your horses, the initials ACS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us a little. I was too young. I never saw Antares, but tell us about Antares because he was very famous.
He was well-mannered stallion. Himself was a best skater horse. He was a smooth horse, but he's smooth enough to become a good. But he did produce very, very well, like a Piloto bloodline and Domingo bloodline. Yeah, and then we had a Britannico by Antares.
Yeah, so Britannica was bred by Vivian, but he was really the herd sire for your very successful breeding program.
Right, right. And actually Britannico threw better than his father.
Okay.
So that's why I had a Mia, Avina, those horses. Yeah. One point they were winning, but so
and you had a really large training center at one point.
Yeah.
Lots of clients.
Yes. I had a lot of clients and I was very happy. I wasn't rich, but I had a really well living.
Yeah.
But the more than anything, I did respect every one of them. You know, start from a little one, the older people, and I think so that helped me a lot.
Yeah. Well, you came from very humble beginnings and became very successful in the US.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know you guys, like you and like Diana and Kimi.
All your girls.
So I call every one of them lousy riders.
Yes, we're the lousy riders.
Yeah. So all the best rider was all lousy riders.
I know. There's a lot of humor involved. That's why we call you Viejo. You've been Viejo forever, though. You've been Viejo for like the last 30 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we're the lousy riders.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. I mean, I have had the privilege to ride some horses that you've trained and watch you over decades, right? And what stands out to me in your training style is how incredible your horses are trained in Bozal. Like when you go into an arena with a Bozal horse, there's no pulling, there's no fighting. Your horses are in Bozal with basically the reins completely loose and your hands right at the saddle, right? And tell us a little bit about your style for that, because I think that's something that's kind of lost in our training right now is good preparation in Bozal.
I think so we lost it because I don't want to say anything bad to anybody, the owners or trainers, but the main thing is when from day one they teach me how do you push you double the horses. And that was the one thing you have to do really make sure the horses is square and make sure you be able to pull behind your hips the bozal neck. And Mr. Alba, Jose Alba, he was on top of me, make sure that you horse bozal, she shouldn't pull you. Should be well trained bozal horse, should be like almost like a bit.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I learned, but we lost that part. Most people, they don't want to double anymore that much, and these days it's different. But that makes you easy to transfer from the bozal to bit.
Yeah.
Because you can barely touch the bit when you take it out of the bozal. Going back, bozal horses, it's take your time, but doubling is the most important. When I personally, from what I learned, that was the main thing. If your horse doubles, like it's super easy both sides, and that horses collect themselves, work with the loose rein.
Yeah, and their heads in the right
Yes,
position already.
right.
Not out.
Yeah, now it's ragazzi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I learned from Jose Alba. Of course, Fernando Grania used to yell at me, "Carajo, I told you do this, do that. What happened?" And so, but I never answered anybody bad or took it wrong way. I always felt that it was whatever they're telling me was good for me. So
Yeah, you're always smiling.
yes, bad and good smiling. Yeah. So, but I enjoyed it when I was in Peru. I still enjoy some of them, like Mr. Pepe Rizzo. He was one of the greatest things I could say to tell me about a Paso. And what do you have to look for to do the cross breedings, and then I learned from everybody. But the one person I was so amazed, I can never forget, and I never saw anyone can ride it like him. Is Carlos Parodi, the father. He was one rider. He could make him look the horses so good. You can put him in a hot horse. I remember Regional was really hot horse, and nobody can really ride him. But he could get out and ride the horse, no problem at all. The horse was fluid like a 12 years old horse.
Yeah.
He was one of the best rider ever know. I mean, we have a lot of good riders like Aníbal, Pepe, but I never saw anyone like him yet. He was one of the best rider ever I know.
That's interesting. And tell us a little bit more about like your journey. So you're a carded judge in the United States.
Yes.
You judge national shows here and regionals. You had left judging for a while, and you just recently got your card back.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your judging style. I know you really observe.
I stopped judging like 10 years ago. I was busy with the new business and all those things, but I'm glad coming back. I enjoy like everybody. Gosh, all the lousy riders.
What do you look for? Like
most I like to fishing, fluid. I kind of judge. I don't mix too much between breeding and performance.
okay.
For me, the performance have to be easygoing and fluid, and either one hand or two hands to make sure each tournament facing inside.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing for me, in to make sure everything do in a gate. when they say walk, sometimes these days they don't walk too much anymore. I like to see more flat walk. And of course, even better if you do loose rein.
Right.
So that means the horse is well trained for performance class. Of course, you know, even breeding can walk like that, but if you show him performance, make sure your horse is fluid. But I like, you know, of course, they have to have a, you know, gait and good body conformation. But no matter how you want to do it, the quality of the horse makes the difference, either breeding or performance. And the performance is because each rider should be able to enjoy the horse, doing serpenting, doing maneuver, and figure eights, and back up, all those things.
What do you look for mainly in the breeding division?
Breeding division, of course, you have to see, make sure it has a good conformation, good angle hocks, and I look for, I like a horse with brio, and I look well, conformation, brio, gait, and make sure the breeding division mare or stallion, they have to be nice, proud, and very well trained, collected.
Tell us about, you've bred and shown and trained, I mean, dozens of national champions in the U.S. You said you got your neck ribbon in Mamakona too. So tell us a little bit about a couple of your favorite horses that you've ever worked with, trained, shown, ridden, whatever it is that you've worked with, or you know, over your decades of experience, either here or there.
You know, from day one, for me was one of the best horses was Cascabel de Graña. And the more I learn, you know, you're changing. And so when I came to U.S., I struggled a little bit because I don't have the horses I was used to in Peru. You know, you have more quality, a lot of horses in Peru. But then I met a lot of horses like Estrella del Sur, Soldier Bloodlines, and I enjoyed having horses. I enjoyed riding good horse.
Yeah.
So, but always it's, you know, quality is very important. Like you driving car or anything else.
You do like nice cars.
What?
You do like nice cars. You always show up in a new sports car somewhere every time I see you recently. But you've had like a lot of really famous geldings, like Laureato's best gated geldings.
My favorite horse from overall, besides Cascabel, was Lindera.
Okay.
And Lindera, and then came Khalifa. Probably Khalifa was like my brother or my son.
Yeah.
We could go to horse shows with 10, 15 horses. We losing every single class.
Yeah.
But I could say, Khalifa, you the only one can save us. And he did.
And he would pull it out, huh?
Yeah. So that was nice. And Lindera was one mare came, you bought it for $2. It came here to the U.S., was sold for $180,000.
Wow. $180,000.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So, but I had a lot of good geldings.
Yeah.
And I had it probably for 10 years or 12 years. I mean, it just became a nice geldings. I had a Khalifa, then I had a Sonador, a bunch of horses. But I was enjoying. And then the other thing is I was ambitious, but I never liked to lose. So somebody approached me or told me, you're not good enough, I'm not good enough. I was always the one to prove next show.
So you went home and worked harder.
Yes, try harder. When you try harder, you can always accomplish your dream. So that was it.
It's pretty special. It's a good message. So, well, have we tortured you enough? You have anything else you want to tell us?
No, and of course I'm now really good for I can fluid my explain part of my life or that. But in general, I have a lot of friends like you and and most people I know. They are friendly. I don't have a really enemies, so that was good.
Yeah. Well, I know you're very well known with all, in Peru, and with all the judges they come here, they know you, they respect you.
And of course, when I came to judge, I wanted to do well. Of course, I'm a human being. I make mistakes.
Sure.
It's never. If you say I never made a mistake, that's a lie. But I enjoyed it.
Good.
And next to the princess, even better.
Well, it's been fun to do a little interview. I wasn't planning on interviewing you. I thought Javier was going to do it, but I guess I've known you longer, so it's probably easier for us to have a conversation.
Yes, that was a helpful. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I hope everyone on Peruvian Horse TV enjoyed our interview here.